Hey everyone, how's it going? It is good to see you all. It's always interesting. This is my first video call of the day. It's always interesting to see your hair, you know? Also, I take a nap every day right after lunch. It's one of the benefits. If you are able to get rid of your 9 to 5 and replace it with passive income and side hustles, you can take naps after lunch. So there's a benefit for you. Although when funny story, I'm waiting for the Layer 1X team to show up. That's why I'm kind of chatting a little bit. It's good to see all of you, by the way. Hit like if you're here. We'll get started here in just a minute. Comment as we're getting going. Comment. YouTube likes the comments. The YouTube algorithm looks at all the live videos and sees where there are a lot of comments going on. Those are the popular videos that we're going to show to more people. So, comment question of the day: have you ever tried bridging something to another chain, and how difficult was that process for you? Okay, that's what we'll go with the question of the day. Let me know in the comments. Sometimes I ask people, hey, why didn't you comment? You were watching the video, and I found out someone told me, well, I watch your lives while I'm driving. So you know, if you're driving, then I get it. Don't stop and comment. That would not be safe unless you have a Tesla. So yeah, we got Cody here. Let me bring Cody on. Give me 1 minute. Cody, welcome.
Hey.
Channel. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I am doing just great. Thank you so much for being here. Audience, again, we're going to be talking about Layer 1X today. I asked people if they've ever tried bridging before and how difficult was it for them. And we got a lot of people. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, lots of bridging. Some difficult, some easy. Yes, not difficult, but time consuming. There you go. A few chains. When I first started out, were a pain in the keister. So totally, that's been my experience as well. So it's kind of hit or miss. Once in a while, I'll have an easy bridge, and then sometimes the site that I find, okay, easy bridges here. Then I go back a few months later, and that site's gone. That's happened a couple times, which kind of concerning a little bit. You don't want your money gone mid bridge. But let's go ahead. I always like to start off with some introductions. So Cody, can you give us a quick introduction just of yourself, how you fit into the team, and then we will talk about Layer 1X.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Cody. I'm the CXO. And if you're not familiar with what a CXO is, it's the Chief Experience Officer. And so basically my job is to be that customer centric, that champion of the user voice, and make sure that everybody has a great user experience across the board, from products to purchasing. You've brought up bridges. There's a lot of different things that way as well. But it's kind of a blanket thing that we do. And so that's how I fit into the whole team. We should be joined hopefully soon by our COO, Machu. He's a wizard when it comes to explaining a lot of this technical stuff, but I will try to hold down the fort until he gets here. So
there you go. You know what? I like that. Not many companies have a CXO, but maybe every company should, because I will say Layer 1X, compared to almost every other crypto app that I've used, has a better user experience. And perhaps if you put someone in charge of the user experience, you get a better user experience. So that seems to make a lot of sense.
Amazing how that works, isn't it?
Right. I mean, it's just crazy. So maybe this is something that we can see as a trend going forward in crypto apps, because again, one of my goals, especially with this bull run coming, is I want to get non-crypto people into crypto. And so things like having easy bridging is going to be a necessity, and also very easy user experiences. These non-crypto people, if they come over, if we try to tease them in, yeah, come get into DeFi a little bit, and then they can't even figure out how to get their money in, or the user experience is so bad, we're going to lose people. So I think that's a smart thing.
I hear you 100%. And so it's been quite a unique ride for me, being in the UI UX in the real world, I guess you could say, and bringing my skill set and my experience over to L1X and crypto. I've been in crypto since pretty much 2017. And so for me, it's just mind-boggling how disregarded user experiences across the board. And so you've got all these developers who think that they're marketing people, they're interface designers, all this kind of stuff is kind of frustrating. And so I agree 100% with you. With the new bull run coming up, yeah, that's something to definitely look forward to. But for us that are kind of behind the scenes working, I'm also seeing a dynamic shift as well in terms of user experience. Projects are now starting to put that kind of CEX user experience to work. And you know, my philosophy and my thinking is like with DEX and decentralized stuff, you don't have to sacrifice user experience just to make it happen for people, right? And so that's one thing that we've put a lot of time and effort into with our team at Layer 1X is to design that in such a way. This is kind of a funny thing that's been going around the community since early this summer, I guess you could say. But we want to make it so easy that grandma can even do it. So if I
Yeah.
feel like grandma can jump in and she doesn't need the help of her grandson or granddaughter to help her buy crypto, we've won. And that I'll take that and put that feather in my cap for sure.
Okay, love it, love it. No, I totally agree. And we've got some good questions coming in the audience. Yeah, guys, just keep the questions coming, and Cody will answer what he can. And then when Machu comes, he can answer some of those. And Crypto Randy already at work in the comments answer. You're stealing my thunder, Crypto Randy. I'm supposed to answer those questions. So no, thank you, Crypto Randy, for all your help as well. So maybe if there's people watching, I think there's some people that are part of the Layer 1X community. There's some people that are familiar with it. They've given it a try, but let's suppose there's some people never heard of this. They have no idea. Well, what is Layer 1X? What is kind of the goal of Layer 1X, and what kind of features are you looking to offer?
Yeah, so it's a good thing to kind of start off like, you know, what are we basically designing here? Well, we're designing a new entry point into an ecosystem. And as you're showing on the screen right now, this is one of our kind of test cases that we're initiating, which is basically a swap function that can work across EVM and non-EVM chains. Right now, we're integrated with about 8, and the cool part is that we've got a small little crypto project you may have heard of or may not have heard of called Bitcoin. We're going to be implementing that in 2024. So a little less heard of a crypto out there, but you know, people like it. They want to trade it. They want to have it in their wallet. So
Yeah,
um,
those low market cap gems. Thanks for bringing those, Cody.
yeah, no problem. So, anyways, our whole focus is that we wanted to make it as super simple as possible, right? When it comes to those cross chain swaps, and so with that, you know, we've kind of designed it in a way that not only is it faster, cheaper, and more user friendly than most of your other ones. I'll try not to drop names, but basically, it's we're trying to avoid those larger platforms that charge those astronomical fees, take up to 20 minutes to do a transaction. Likewise, having your those 40-year-old virgin guys that are in their mom's basement kind of acting as that bridge as well with their own server that can easily get hacked. With that comes a lot of risk. Now, the difference between those and what we're doing is like we are 100% native, and meaning that we do not use a bridge. It is 100% native, and that's why we can do it faster, cheaper, and with better user experience.
Okay, very good. And we got Machu in the background. I think he's working on his camera, but he is here. So we'll bring him up in just a second. So can you kind of explain, maybe compare and contrast for people who aren't real familiar with bridging and things like that, the difference in cost between what you guys are doing and what traditional bridges do, and the difference in speed? Like what would people expect if they weren't using Layer 1X compared to what you guys are offering?
Yeah. So I guess I'll name drop. Machu can basically answer this a little bit more in depth than I can, but pretty much it when it comes to the cost, you're looking at about we'll just say if you're trying to transfer $100, right? You're if you go to a pretty popular one, which is called Stargate, you're probably going to for $100. It's oh gosh, last time I haven't checked, but let's just say it's like 25 bucks to make that exchange, meaning that you want to move your assets from, let's just say Ethereum to Binance or, you know, something like that. And so that's going to cost you 25 bucks just for that bridge fee alone. And that doesn't include the other fees of conducting the transfer as well. And so that's where we can come in really, really competitive because our swap fee is 0.02%. in fees, which is unheard of, making us pretty much the cheapest option out there. So in terms of cost, can't be beat there. In terms of speed, when I went out to Australia earlier this year to work with Kevin, the founder, Machu, and all those guys. And it was interesting to watch them do the side-by-side comparison between Stargate and us. And it literally took 20 minutes to transfer like 15, 20 bucks and cost about $6, I think. And we were able to do it in 90 seconds. And it only took like, I don't know, maybe $2 or $3 max, right? So super fast, super easy. And that's what it's all about, is just trying to make it so that it's less complicated, because the more clicks, the more time people have to wait. Thanks, social media. You definitely made it so that we want that instant gratification. And so trust me, I get it. I've transferred things before, and with the risk of using bridges, there's been times that I haven't gotten my funds, and it's been a total waste of time and money. And so we get it. And so we know that having that trust and transparency is utmost important, especially when it comes to these kind of interoperable swaps between the various chains out there.
Awesome. Love it. Well, we do have Machu here. So let's go ahead and bring Machu up. Machu, good to see you. Thank you for hopping on. Can you, I always like to start with introductions. So we already introduced Cody. Machu, can you give us a quick introduction of yourself and your role at Layer 1?
Yeah, thank you, James. Look, I'll probably start with an apology. So it's been a stressful struggle with my own equipment here to get it set up and swapping out cameras and my end. So apologies for my late arrival.
No problem. You are not a professional YouTuber, so I would not expect you to have a setup all ready to go. So no worries at all.
But look, hello everybody. My name's Machu. I'm the COO here at Layer 1X. My journey through crypto started in 2017. I've got a business management background, so training ran my own company as well, training management levels from entry level to C-suite around leadership, management, sales, and I transitioned into to crypto in the DeFi space. Started consulting, and about a year and a half ago, I joined Layer 1X. And with Layer 1X, and Cody's probably given you the overview, but with Layer 1X, it's been in development for 2.5 years. 6 months of that 2.5 years, the first 6 months, was just purely focused on trying to understand the problem. And I think that time was invaluable, because born from that was Layer 1X, and we are a Layer 1, and everyone always asks us, why another Layer 1? There's so many out there. And what Cody would have talked about is built directly into the Layer 1 is this cross-chain technology called Xtalk, which allows us to connect to any chain. And the swaps that you were talking about before, that's enabled by the technology of Xtalk, where when a chain connects, it now has bridgeless interoperability with every other chain we're connected to. And we can connect to any chain. So currently we're connected to Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Optimism, Phantom, Solana, Polygon, AVAX, and we're connecting up on-chain, which is a specific use case chain, which is servicing digital identity to Turkish citizens. We're also connecting up the Bitcoin network. So that will make 10 chains. And we're also talking to a long list of other chains that we'll be connecting up as well. And ultimately what we want to do is we want to create an experience for the user where they can interact with multiple solutions on multiple different chains as if they were on one chain. And I think that's in terms of the user experience. And I think everyone on this, all three of us have could probably attest to the fact that the experience in crypto could be much simpler, could be much better, could be safer for the user. And ultimately, if we can create an experience where the user is connected to all applications and the applications are connected to all users, then we don't have this fragmentation of, okay, from an application or from a builder's perspective, where do I build? Do I build on Ethereum where the capital is, or do I want to go fast and cheap? And why do I have to make that choice and sacrifice one or the other? It shouldn't need to be like that. And ultimately, I know we are our own layer one, but ultimately, if the user has a need, all they want is the best solution for their need. They don't care what chain it's on. They really don't. If you could be the biggest ETH maxi and you could have some USDC in your wallet, and you could be some quality projects, and you're looking at quality projects to lend that USDC on. Now, if you're going to get let's say a 3% yield on ETH with that USDC, or you're going to get a 6% yield on another chain, quality yield, real yields from staking that USDC on another chain, well, you're probably going to go with the other chain. It's quality and it's meeting your need in a much better way. And so for us, it's not about competing, it's really about uniting, right? And it's about offering different solutions, and very much like what you do, James. You're offering, and you're talking about, you're presenting different solutions for different people's needs, and that's what we want to provide without in a chain agnostic way.
Awesome. Yep. No, that very helpful. Thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. We got a ton of questions coming in. Audience, keep the questions coming. I have a few questions I want to ask, and then we'll start getting to your guys's. Again, that's why I love having the team on and doing it live. It would have been a lot easier for Machu. He lives in a different part of the world, so it would have been a lot easier for him if we had done this recorded at a different time. But I like doing it live so that he can answer the questions because he's the man in the know. So we'll get to some of those. First thing I wanted to ask about, just what people have been asking me is, so where are we kind of at right now? I know a lot of people, we're in beta right now. Is that correct? Because a lot of people have been trying swaps, but liquidity's low in this area. Do you want to kind of explain where we're at and when the full launch is planning on going live?
Yeah, definitely. So you hit the nail on the head. We're in mainnet beta. So what the progress up to date is, on the 31st of August, we launched our Genesis block and began mainnet beta. And so mainnet beta goes from the 31st of August until full mainnet, which is at the end of January. And so within that period, projects are building upon us. And we're working with quite a few partners. We just released an announcement around a gaming arcade that's coming as well. But what we're doing in terms of the cross-chain swaps, so how the cross-chain swaps work is they take from liquidity pools, and those liquidity pools can either be on the source and destination chain, or they can be actually on our chain or on layer 1x. So at the moment in mainnet beta, we're building up the liquidity pools. So to add liquidity to those pools, you go onto the L1X app, you would select a chain and a token you would wish to stake on one of the single staking, and then you would add liquidity for the cross-chain swaps. Ultimately, that will be taken over by the L1 DEX. And also the L1 DEX is building with AJ, as you know, is building the multi-chain balancer pool, where it will feature AVAX, Ethereum, native coins from all the chains I spoke about, and create this deep liquidity pool. And so at the moment, you can do the cross-chain swaps, but that'll be in full functionality. And I suppose, any amounts can be used once that liquidity is set up through the L1 DEX and it's deep. And so that will be done by full mainnet. So you'll be able to do any amounts that you can do to go cross-chain. And what else are we building out there? So that's in mainnet beta phase, and with the swaps as well. Cody, I think you guys talked about the swaps in terms of speed and everything like that. But once the liquidity's up, then what we'll also be doing at the same time is we're working in DEX aggregation. And so if you can imagine, so a DEX aggregator, for those that don't know, is basically an aggregator that scans a chain for the best and most efficient place to swap the particular token you're wanting to swap. And so it'll look for the best, the lowest slippage on that particular chain. But the DEX aggregator will operate on a single chain. When we add the cross-chain swaps technology to it, it means that you'll be able to swap any token on this chain using the cross-chain Xtalk, and then swap that token to any token on the other chain that the DEX aggregator can see. So it means that I could swap some obscure token on AVAX with another obscure token on say BNB, for example. And you can do that all in one interface, one click, and also using a crosstalk technology. So it's cheap, it's fast, it's safe. And
so here's
yeah.
Here's the cool part. Machu loves to talk about all the technical stuff, and it's great for all those people that are listening on the technical side of things. But for those people, going back to what you were talking about earlier, James, of like new people that don't even know what crypto is, the best part, we built all this, what I like to call under the hood. So literally, you don't have to worry about a lot of this. Just know that there's some cool stuff happening behind the scenes of what Machu's talking about. Which is very important, but just so that we don't lose some of those new listener type people, just remember, we're all about the user experience and providing as simple as possible so that a lot of times you don't even have to worry. Like, I know we've all been there, meaning to buy Ethereum on Ethereum, and we buy it on BNB or we buy it on some other chain, and then we have to unravel it, right? With us, you don't really have to worry about it because we try to build in those guardrails to help protect people in those cases. And these are some of the things that Machu's talking about. Sorry to jump in there.
No,
Cody's got to translate for me sometimes because I do geek out a bit. So
I love the dynamic between you. You have the tech, and then you have the user experience, right? Which is, hey, let me break this down.
You should see both of us up on the stage. Like it's a ping pong match going back and forth, but people usually like to hear us both talk about it. So
love it. No, that's awesome. I just pulled up an article from CoinDesk that said in 2022 there was $2 billion in bridge hacks. So definitely something we got to get figured out. If we have, if these ETFs come through and if we end up with $13 trillion, BlackRock says that they're going to be bringing into the crypto industry, we got to get these bridges figured out. And so I'm really hoping personally, as a crypto person, that Layer 1X might be a good solution to just make the bridging process easier, because we can't have $2 billion worth of hacks. That's not going to work for us as an industry. So love it. And Big Kitty, we will get to that. I'll start getting to some audience questions. One last question I had, then I'll get to audience questions. When widget, I'm really excited about this widget. That's what I want. I would like to see a widget on, I have a lot of NFT collections myself. Number one question I get is, oh, you're wanting USDC on Polygon? I have USDC on Ethereum. What do I do? And then I have to explain the bridging process, which I don't like to do. When can I just put a widget on my NFT collection page?
Yeah, really good question. Really good question. So what we're doing is we're building in the DEX aggregator. And then once the DEX aggregator is connected, you will have your widget, my friend. And so what this widget will do, and what James is talking about, is that the cross-chain swap that I think we saw before, that will become a widget that you can put directly onto your website. And what that will allow, exactly. And once we connect at the DEX aggregator, the list of tokens you can swap to and from will obviously be a lot larger. And so with that widget, by putting it on your website, it means, and like whether that's from, let's say from a project perspective, it means now that your community don't have to go off your page to be able to access cross-chain swaps and also purchase your particular project token from multiple different blockchains rather than just from one. So it really does give your token exposure across multiple different blockchains. When we add in the fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, that widget will be a powerful tool for any project to be able to implement, where their token can be purchased from any token across any chain we're connected to, plus fiat. And we've also got a revenue distribution within the widget, which I think is really cool because, from an application point of view, having real yield is really important to the sustainability of the project. And if this widget can create a experience for the user that they can purchase that token from anywhere, including fiat, plus the project gets a revenue share of the cross-chain swaps, then I think that's ticking a lot of boxes to help projects in terms of their exposure for the coin, but also sustainability of their project.
Okay. Love it. Yeah. So guys, this is what he's talking about. So you might recognize this looks just like a swap, right? Like if you go to Pancake Swap or whatever, but the difference is you can go Ethereum, USDT. Like I have some, and I have no Polygon USDC, which I need for my particular NFT. And so I can use this and easily swap. It's cheap, cheapest I've seen, and fast. Again, some of the bridges I've used, I've sat there. I've had to bridge 500,000 USDC, and it took 45 minutes. And I was just sitting there in agony for 45 minutes, praying, "Oh Lord, please let this 500K USDC make it." And thankfully it did, but I didn't like
we call that praising the porcelain Buddha when it comes to that thing. So
yeah, absolutely. So let's get to some audience questions, and feel free to expand on any of these questions if you see places where it'd be helpful to expand on them. Okay, we already addressed this. I tried to bridge. There wasn't enough liquidity. That's because you guys are in beta. So that will get fixed as we get launched and things like that. Dane, which good to see you. He's a valued member of my community, but point of stake or proof of stake or proof of work on your chain?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So proof of work is so just to explain to everyone, proof of work is what Bitcoin is. Proof of stake is what Ethereum is just, well, I say just, but it's probably maybe a year ago now, migrated to. And so with us, we are a proof of stake, but we're a hybrid consensus mechanism, meaning that we use proof of stake where you can take the coins, stake them on the full nodes, and secure the network. But we also allow the mobile-enabled devices, so mobile phones, to become part of the validator pool. And why do we do that? So when you have, and the X wallet is coming, when you have the X wallet on your mobile phone, you automatically become part of the validator pool. And what does that mean? It means that now you can act as a validator node within the ecosystem of validator nodes to validate transactions. So basically, you take part in securing the network, and you are rewarded for it. And what it means for decentralization, it means that we're not a platform that's looking at hopefully having a few hundred nodes or maybe a few thousand nodes. Because we enable the mobile validation devices, we will build from thousands to 10,000s to millions of nodes as we adopt more and more people onto the platform, decentralizing it, but also distributing the workload. And that will also help us with speed. So security, decentralization, and speed, because we're taking away the single point of attack with so many different nodes that will play a role in the validation process.
Okay, good answer. Yeah, Dane, again, thank you for your question. Let's see. Are they going to do an airdrop? We got a lot of questions about this airdrop. Can you give some details on the airdrop? What do people need to do? What are the deets? People love airdrops.
Yeah, they do. And this one, so we do. We actually have an airdrop we've just released. So it's a bounty airdrop, meaning that what the airdrop's about is it's really encouraging people to get onto the app and try out these features, not just these features that exist now, but all the features that we're going to be adding onto the app as well. Get interactive with it, and basically you will earn your value in terms of the airdrop that we've got running at the moment. So what does it look like? The airdrop is, so to participate in the airdrop, you'll need a L1X app username. So a Web3 username that we have. Now you can either purchase that username, or we do have a campaign I think we've just announced it, where you can earn that username as well. So either purchase the username or earn the username through referrals. Now, once you have your username, as you're interacting with every different feature that's there and that's coming on the app, you'll earn value in the airdrop. Now, the airdrop that we're doing, we've allocated 20 million L1X coins to this airdrop that will be airdropped at the end of the participation period. We want to run this airdrop period all the way up until the 31st of May, because there's so many features that we want to bring on. We want to encourage everyone to interact with them. However, within that time, when we're starting this in the beginning of January, every week we'll also be having like we call a treasure hunt, where you may discover certain actions and features that you're taking on the app will unlock an entry into the weekly draw. Now, what are we giving away in the weekly? You could get L1X coins, you could get usernames, you could get L1X app NFTs, or you could get node NFTs, which enable you to host nodes. So there's heaps of different things, heaps of ways you can get involved, and heaps of ways you can be rewarded over the airdrop. I think it's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's going for a long period because people will then see all these different features we're bringing on. But ultimately, I think once you get onto the app, you'll realize, okay, actually, this is actually pretty good. This is offering me different features, and in many ways, in offering me better advantages, whether it's cheaper, faster, safer, whatever that is. Get involved. We do have some more information, detailed information about the airdrop on our website, or jump into our Discord. It's probably the best place to get all the information. The mods in there are fantastic as well.
Okay. Yep. And I posted a link to the tweet too that has all the info, and I posted a link to the Discord. So just go hop in all the places and you will get the airdrop. So let's see. Huss wants to know, I bought tokens in the pre-sale. How do I get them?
Right. I think Cody's the man for this one.
Well, you can basically go into the L1X app, and there's a specific area in there. Once you've connected your MetaMask wallet, you'll be able to go in, click on the account. There's a claim section on there. And once you click claim, then you can, it's like a little wizard that'll walk you through the whole entire process. Thanks for pulling that up. So you'd go and click on the green one that says claim your coins. And then you just kind of walk through the process. Before you begin, I recommend that you go and download the L1XX wallet from the Chrome store, Chrome extension store, and create your L1X wallet. Make sure that you save your seed phrase and your private key, things like that, because you'll definitely want to put those in a safe place. But you'll copy the address of that L1X wallet, and at a specific point, you'll paste that in, and your coins will be directly deposited right into your wallet from there. Likewise, if you have been referring people during the pre-sale, during the public sale, that's where the yellow box comes into play. Yep, 100%. And so again, walking you through the very similar situation, and you can have that dumped in there. If you're kind of like me, and I have a couple of different referral codes that I used for myself and for my kids and my wife, you can actually dump those all into one L1X wallet address, which is awesome. You can do that, or you can keep them separate, whatever you want to do.
And if you can't remember everything that Cody just said, I would jump on the Discord, but there's also a blog as well on the website that will take you through the whole process in terms of how to do that and really step you through. But like I said, if you're having any issues as well, jump in the Discord. The guys there are great.
Yep, 100%.
And I love, again, the UX, the color scheme here. It's so, it's easy on the eyes. I really like that. Thanks for doing that. Gary, this is always, on my channel, this is the #1 question. Have you talked about how we can invest? So people, that's great. We want to use the swap. That's great. How do we make money from this?
Well, there's two, Gary, there's two different ways now. So if you can look at Layer 1X as two major parts, we've got the protocol technology and we've got the interface, which is the L1X app. Now, so if you look at it in those two parts, what we've done is that we're currently running a public sale for the L1X coin, and the public sale, and I'm sure James can have a link down there in the public sale. Basically, to purchase the coins there, all you do is it's 50 cents for the coin per coin. You can go in and you can purchase using you can use either MetaMask. There is a bank transfer option. There's a few different options. So that's the way you own the protocol and the technology level through the coin. And there's only, I think, there's maybe 50 days left for that, and that'll be it until we when we launch full mainnet. And then on the interface level, we've just released an opportunity where when you purchase your username or multiple usernames, you also get an NFT. That NFT gives you governance rights over the L1X app. And that you can actually purchase that directly on the app. So if you're going on to the app itself, there's a launchpad icon down the bottom. Click on the launchpad, and click participate. and then within there, you've got the on the right hand side, you can purchase your username and your NFT. Now we're actually releasing a new design of this as well. So what you see there is like the beta, well, V1 of the beta. And I think in 2 days, that'll be all upgraded as well. So as I said, we're kind of iterating during mainnet beta.
Yep.
And this will
It looks
look very good.
gorgeous, by the way. It looks
Nice.
really well.
I can actually, yeah, I can show you some stuff as well. I've got a screenshot of some stuff that we're doing. And so that, when you purchase a username, you get an NFT. The NFT gives you governance rights, but also the NFT gives you a share in the activity fees that are produced across the app. So, you know, whether it's cross-chain swaps, whether it's dealing gaming that you're dealing with, it's the NFT marketplace we're building out, whether it's interacting with a different project that's on there, or whether it's interacting with the digital identity that we're releasing. All the activity fees there are pulled and distributed to the NFT holders. This is a decentralized platform. So we want to also decentralize not just the ownership, but the real yield produced out of this platform through the service fees that are collected through projects, interacting with projects or features. So there's two different ways. The coin will get you the technology, investment in the technology. The username and NFT gets you the investment in the interface.
Okay, love it. And I did take the username James Pelton, so I know you guys. You guys would hop on that. I know you would. So I have it. So you guys can't steal it from me. Inevitably, whenever there's something like this, I get all these. Hey, I just bought the James Pelton.eth name. I'll give it to you for $10,000. Things like that. So I got it. I was quick. Action. Good to see you, Action. Appreciate you, man. He says, Cody, can you give people what they want? I need that hat. When Layer 1 merch?
It's in the works, folks. It's definitely in the works. Stay tuned. You might be seeing me sport a newer hat version here in the next few weeks. So I'm working on a new design for one. So everybody knows me. I'm the hat guy. So I love my hats.
Well, I have a deal. I have a deal. If anyone sends me merch, I wear it in as many videos as I can. So if you send me some merch, that hat looks pretty cool. I'm not a hat wearer, but like today, I wish I was. So send a hat and I'll wear it.
We'll deck you out. Don't worry. We'll put tons of stuff in the background too for you. So.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Anything special you need to do if you're buying from the Americas?
Well, the good thing is that in the public sale of the LNX coin, we're restricted to different jurisdictions. So the US are excluded from that. However, the interface, the LNX app, has no exclusions, because so you can go onto the app, you can get the username and the NFT and own the interface. And you can do that if you're a US citizen or from anywhere, really, which is the opportunity. Now, if you are a US citizen and you are wanting to participate in the public sale, then I would definitely jump onto the L1 Dex Discord. The L1 Dex guys may be able to help you with a solution for that.
Possibly.
Possibly. Can I show you something that we put together for you, James, real quick?
Absolutely.
A little present. Yeah. Let me know if this is actually gonna. Where are we? So, is this gonna work?
What time is it there right now, Machu?
What are we? Just after 5:30.
Oh, AM, guys, not PM. AM.
That's a true diehard for you right there.
Oh, look at this. I love it.
So what we see here is one of the newest features we're building out on the app, and I'll just tell you about it briefly. So the app, and when you, I don't know of any other layer 1 or layer 2 that has an interface into their ecosystem. You know, when you think about where's Ethereum's front door? Right, this here with the LNX app, it really is the entry into the LNX ecosystem and beyond, because LNX connects to all these other chains. It will become an interface or the Web3 super app where you will enter into Web3 and have access to multiple solutions across multiple chains. Now, it's not just about DeFi, it's not just about gaming, it's not just about NFTs, it's not just about digital identity, it's also about community, people, where the new feature we want to create, and we are creating, we're releasing next week, is the influencer space. And so what you see in front of you is a bio page that we mocked up here for James. And so influencers, whether you're an individual influencer, whether you're a media outlet, whether you're just a content creator, you'll be able to, with a username, be able to create your own page here, influential space, where it will allow you to have your bio. You will be able to stream directly from the app. Initially, we'll start streaming, I believe, next week with the first from either from our own page or the first community member that we're bringing on into the influencer space. You'll be able to see streaming from there. You'll be able to interact with your community from there through the chat feature. But what's quite interesting on the right-hand side where the widget is, you'll be able to connect, yes, to other socials. The streaming will evolve where you can stream from the app, but also it'll be streaming on multiple platforms. But from an influencer perspective, you can create your own NFT badge where you can create membership tiers for your community. You can reward community. You can create your own James Pelton coin if you wanted to distribute and kind of as a reward system for your own community. But what makes it quite cool is it's obviously all decentralized. It's all on the blockchain. It's you're dealing with a verified James Pelton, and because once you get a username, you can start to bring in data of verification, so you're dealing with verified people. But this widget becomes quite interesting, where you can stream from the left-hand side. From the right-hand side, you could have the chat widget. You could have a few widgets that people scroll through. You could have the cross-chain swap widget. So let's say you got an influencer talking about a project during that stream, but on the right-hand side, because of the DEX aggregation and the cross-chain swap, any token to any token swap, while they're watching an influencer stream about a project, they can go ahead and purchase that project's token as they're watching the stream. We'll also
or an L1X hat.
Or an L1X hat. Yeah, it could be a merch. So here it could be a merch that you're wanting to promote, or you're in collaboration with someone else. And then what we want to evolve this to is having like a widget marketplace, where let's say there's a really cool project that you believe in. You go into the marketplace, they've got a widget, you read about the widget, what is it? You can drag that widget in onto the right-hand side and then start to promote and collaborate with that particular project or business or advertiser there. There's so many different things. I think if Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, OnlyFans, Meetup, Spotify had a baby, this would be it. And why we want to do this is we want to, from an influencer perspective, content creator, we believe that these centralized platforms have too much control over your content and also your monetization strategies. And what we want to do is we want to take out the middleman wherever we can to create an experience where you can deal even more directly with your audience and really build a strong community and reward them with, the cool features that crypto and blockchain provide.
And it's not only just the middleman, it's the middle platform as well. Because the way that we've designed this and the way that Web3 should be is that the user should be able to create a visual experience of how they want to experience the Web3 experience altogether, right? And so if I want to create a widget on that page, if I want to have my website, my social channels, and all this kind of put together, you can create that experience for not only yourself, but also your followers or your community. And James, being an influencer yourself, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's a full-time job just trying to create. You create a video like this and you chop it up into different sections. That takes time. Creating posts, doing your research, doing a lot of different things takes a lot of time. And then to splice it out and then have to go out onto 4 or 5 different platforms, you're basically 5xing your workload. And so what if you could just do it once, but then have it all under the hood automatically do 5x for you, right? By posting,
think we lost him.
Can you guys still hook up? We lost your audio, Cody.
Yep.
But Action beat me to it. But James Pelton getting an OnlyFans. That's an idea. You know, we're in the bear market. I think we're almost out of the bear market, but I was looking for extra revenue streams through the bear market. So we're too late on that. Now crypto's coming back. So hopefully I don't need to go that route. So
you got the best audience.
Oh my goodness, you are not lying. That's true. While we're waiting, Cody's getting his audio figured out. Let's get to some more audience questions because they're starting to pile up, and we don't have forever here. You know, we all have lives we got to get back to. So let's get through some of these questions here. I'd like to ask a question about benefits of the username NFTs on L1X. Please explain in not too technical language. I think we kind of already talked through that pretty extensively. And again, a replay of this will be available right when I'm done. And I'll probably be I'll be tweeting out some kind of summing up some of the details and things like that. So talk through that. Here's a good one for you, Machu. How big is your team?
Yeah, so there is approximately 60 people around the world within the team. And so that's made up of, we have 25 now, I believe, core protocol engineers. So developers just purely focused on the protocol itself and building it out. And so the core team is in Perth, Australia, and there's about 12 there, and then the rest is spread all over the world. And that doesn't include the our Web3 arm that we have in India as well, where there's probably 100 guys there. But this is just from the protocol perspective, and from the internal team, there's 60 of us everywhere. And Cody's in the US. We've got people in Europe. We've got people in New Zealand, Asia. You name it,
all over, and it's growing too. So
yeah,
awesome, love it. And we got Cody back. Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. Let's see, Gary. This is not a question, but it's a good comment. I'm definitely going to get involved with this project. So great.
Well, we're happy to have you along.
Yeah.
And just James, from the username question, I would say we did a Spaces 2 days ago with OnChain, and if I forget the gentleman's name, but if he jumps on our Twitter Spaces and looks at the last Spaces we did with OnChain, that will give him an extraordinary explanation of the power of the username and the data ownership and what you can do with it.
Okay, very good. Let's see. We kind of talked about this, but maybe we'll just kind of reiterate what it was in from the start. When will there be use cases for my L1X coins, like staking, etc.? You
know what I love about that question is that Thomas wants to get involved in the ecosystem.
That's right.
Which is fantastic. Awesome, Thomas. So with the so there'll be a few things that's coming that we're actually releasing in the next few days. So one will be, probably the major one will be the X Perks program. So what we're doing is anyone with coins can opt into the X Perks program. It's like a staking program on steroids, where what we've done is with the L1X coin to add value is that through this XPEX program, it's not just the rewards you'd normally get through, this one's a vesting, but as we go into mainnet, it'll be staking. So it's not just those normal rewards from staking. It's actually also opportunities for, we're going to mention it again, merch, giveaways, partner giveaways, also the opportunity to unlock a node NFT, participate in the L1X launchpad. The launchpad won't have its own token. It'll be dictated by what you've got in the XPEX program to add an additional value to the L1X coin. And so all of that is coming from the XPEX program that'll be released in the next few days that you can participate in. And beyond that, we're also building out that ability before mainnet to have L1X coin really as the currency within the app, whether you're doing cross-chain swaps, whether it's from BNB to ETH or whatever it is, the L1X coin will be that use case. When the L1 DEX gets on board as well, there'll be multiple different DeFi features that they'll have that you'll be able to interact with those using the L1X coin. I tell you what, there'll be so many things to do with the L1X coin. It really, when you look at the utility of a layer one coin, I think you'd be hard pressed to say once we get the full mainnet to find any other layer one coin with so much different utility that you can use it for.
Well, I think
Love
to add to that as well is like I've never seen another layer one that is taking good care of their early investors that have gotten in at the pre-sale as well as the public sale and setting them up for success during this next bull run. And I know that the exec team has put a lot of time, thought, and effort into making this worthwhile for people. Not financial advice, but just basically do your own research. And I think after you see what's rolling out, the writing's on the wall.
Love it. And I don't know if I like the direction this is going. Selling feet pics for more L1X. I don't know if I like the direction this is going, audience. It's more likely that people would pay me to not put my feet pics online. That seems more likely. But anyways,
You never know if you don't try, right?
I guess that's true. That's true. I am, I do like passive income. I don't know. I'll think and pray about that one, but I think it's probably a no. How about to have your smart device as a validator device? Is that something possible in the future?
100%.
Yeah. So basically, we'll be going beyond just the mobile phones to incorporating the ability for your smart fridge, for example, to be a validator. So ideally, what we're doing is we're trying to decentralize the system as much as possible. We see that the features we're adding in the interoperability could really bring on a mass amount of users there, and so decentralization is really key. All the way from the consensus mechanism to the ownership of the individual's ownership of their own data. Wherever we can, we want to take out centralization within any of these processes to make interaction, peer-to-peer interaction, much better, much smoother, less manipulated. And really, I think what we're doing from what Bitcoin did for currency and for finance, ultimately, that's what we want to do for data in terms of peer-to-peer, decentralization, and so many different experiences that we can remove the centralization from them.
Okay.
So for all you techies out there, it's low energy smart devices can basically become a validator down the road. So if there's any smart device people out there listening, it's another great way to make a few bucks.
Yeah, because you're rewarded, right, with transaction fees. Yep.
Gotcha. And then Aussie J mining and crypto. Is there plans for CPU mining to help the network in the future? But it's not proof of work, so there's not really CPU mining like that. But you can use your CPU as a validator, correct?
Yeah, and don't even have to use all that energy. You could just get some L1X coins and stake them.
There you go. There you go. And shout out to SK Crypto. If you don't follow SK Crypto on YouTube, go subscribe to his channel. But how will hardware wallets be usable by L1X when mainnet launches?
Do
you want to take that, or do you want me to?
You guys are both looking at each other.
Yeah, I think Cody's probably Cody's probably the best for that one. I know we're integrating, but you've probably been on that one.
Yeah, so we're basically making the L1X wallet integrated with the L1X app, and so in the future we're releasing our own browser as well that will kind of seamlessly make that happen. And so as soon as we start making those things happen, that's when we'll start looking at integrating the hardware wallets. To be honest, I'm a huge fan of potentially trying to figure out a solution for hardware wallets, so you don't need to have carrying one around all the time type of deal. So maybe or maybe not, that might be on the horizon. So,
and with L1X app, you can actually connect your MetaMask, right? And
yep.
MetaMask also has I know I've got my hardware wallet connected to my MetaMask, and so you can interact with the L1X app via MetaMask with the hardware wallet connection. But I know, and Cody doesn't want to talk about this, but I know Cody is actually working on something where we are removing the need for a hard wallet.
I would love that. I would be your guys' #1 fan. I would get an L1X tattoo on my chest.
He went on record. He went on record.
Well, okay,
he went on record.
Perhaps I would get an L1X tattoo. There's a
Did
chance.
You say L1X only fan? I must.
We'll see. My audience keeps taking this. It's for Crypto Jimbo. He went broken rugs. That would be a cool story entrepreneur goes broke in crypto, starts an OnlyFans. That would be kind of a sad story. I don't know how my wife would feel about all that. So, all right, how to claim using the L1X app link. I'll go through that again here real quick. I'll post a link to that for those of you who have coins to go claim. Let's see if where's my screen? There it is. So you're going to go to the Launchpad, correct? Or just account here. Then you go to claim and claim your coins. So 3 steps. You go to the link that I posted just there in the chat, account, claim your coins. Then you're good to go. As easy as 1, 2, 3.
Grandma could do it.
Any issues, jump on the Discord. Like I said, the guys on the Discord are amazing. And I don't know if they're human, because they could be bots because they never sleep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those are the types of mods you want. I love that. 100%. What happens to the NFTs if the full 1 milli doesn't sell out by August 2024?
So basically, with the NFTs, we'll continue to. So from August is the last month where the final price rise will occur. So what we're doing with the NFT sale, there is a price progression. Every month, the cost of the NFT, or the price of the NFT and username, because you get those together, will increase per month. August will be the last month of the increase, and then the sale will continue until sold out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ethereum is sleeping on this. ENS is nice, but they should have implemented something like this long ago. Big win for L1X. Totally agree. On which chain do we buy the L1X token?
So currently, you can just buy it directly from the website, from the L1X, because we haven't launched in mainnet phase yet. We're in mainnet beta. So this is where you would go ahead. You can either do it through MetaMask, bank transfer, multiple different ways. And just to let you know as well, this particular feature will be, so we're actually migrating our complete website onto the app. And so all of this, I think this time next week, at the latest, you'll be able to do this directly on the app. We will be hosting streams directly from the app. All this, our webpage will be on the app, so everything will be migrating to the app, and that will be all the experience will be there.
Okay, very good. And then a big shout out to the mods and Discord, everyone that's part of the team. Thanks for all the help thus far. Totally agree. It's been great working with you guys. I'm pretty scatterbrained. I've got so many things going on, but your team has just kept me on track, and hey, have you done this yet? Hey, have you done this yet? I'm like, oh, thank you. Thanks for the reminder. So been great working with your team. So, well, that's all the questions I have. That's all the questions from the audience. I'm a marketing guy, so I always love to end by just summing up the calls to action. What is it that you two, as the L1X team, what would you like from the audience? What would you like them to do right now?
Well, I would definitely say you've got to jump. If you haven't already jumped on the app, jump on the app. Jump on the L1X app. You can and connect your wallet and just go for a wander in there. Have a look around. Go and really see what we're doing within the app. And then stay there, because you'll see all the extra features come on board. Grab yourself a username or earn a username, and that'll be released I think we've already released it, or we'll be releasing it soon, the opportunity to earn a username, because once you have one of those, then all the interactions that you do within the app are counted towards the airdrop as well. And we'll put all this information around airdrops and everything like that. It's currently on the website, which is under the blog section, but that is also migrating to the app, so you'll be able to see all the information there. That's probably the first thing as well. I would also say definitely jump into the Discord, because we have some great supportive community members that can kind of educate you. If you've only just kind of finding out about us, they'll educate you on where we've been, where we are now, and really how do you make the most of all the features, but also just being part of that community is cool. I drop in there as often as I can, and just a great bunch of people, mods and also community members within there. And then I would say 52 days and counting before the end of the public sale, then we go to mainnet launch. So if you want to get involved in not just ownership of the interface, but ownership of the technology and the protocol, because both of them have some amazing benefits, then you want to get involved in making sure you get your public sale L1X coins before we go mainnet live.
Okay, very good. Well, hey, this has been a lot of fun. Audience, appreciate you guys more than you know. Again, the only reason I can do, to me, they're a lot of fun, but the only reason I can, meet up with Cody and Machu is because you guys watch. That's the value I have, is you guys watching. So thank you. And Cody and Machu both nod. Yeah, that's what James is good for. No, but appreciate you guys very, very much. And Cody and Machu, thank you guys. Thank you for building in the space. I always appreciate it. Thank you for moving the space forward. I'm a crypto fan, so I like things that I feel like, hey, this can help move the space forward. Again, I want to bring new people into, we got a bull market coming, and I want the space to be in a good spot as we start bringing new people into the community. So I think that this will help. Absolutely. So thanks for building, and thanks for coming on and talking about it. And I'm always here to help support however I can. So just reach out and I'll do what I can to keep spreading the word and making things happen. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you, James. Thank you.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas to you and everybody.
Yeah, you as well. Appreciate everybody here. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much.